Hello crafties, it's Sandra from Wallifier.com. Today we're going to design a wonderful birthday card with the help of some cute patterns from the spring picnic pack in my signature collection. And you find the links to all the products in my description below. And remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of my upcoming tutorials. And now let's start. In this tutorial we will also learn how to use the PAT file format if you are not familiar with that one. So this will be really fun, and I'm sure you're going to love this feature if you don't use it already. So now on to the designing. I start from the beginning as always, as I want you to be able to follow all the steps from the beginning till the end. So I open Photoshop and I use the Creative Cloud version, and this is the 2019 version of it. So if your screen looks different from mine, it's probably you have another version than me. But I bet all the actions we are going to do in this tutorial you'll be able to find in your version as well. So now we go to create a new document, and this document will be for printing, as we are going to give this cute birthday card to a friend or maybe create one for your shop. So create new. And now we have to select the size and the document name, and I will be named this birthday card. Oh, misspelled as always. And then you have to decide on the size of your design. I will stay with this letter size, but of course you can make it a smaller one, like 5" 7 or something like that. And make sure you select or that you insert that the resolution will be 300 pixels per inch. If you have it like 72 or something in the when you open this view, then you change it to 300. You can also be sure that your document is perfect for printing by going to the print option here in the upper menu. My color mode is set to RGB color space, as the printer I use is suitable for the RGB color space, but be sure to check if you're going to print your design at a professional printers that you know what color space they want. You can select the CMYK color space by opening the panel and choose CMYK, but I will not do this for this design. I will stay with the RGB color. And you can select the background color as well, but I will have it just white, as we're going to fill this lovely design with the cutest pattern ever. So I just let it be as white. So now create. And now we have our document. And first off, we are going to apply the pattern because the pattern will be in the background. So if you're not used to using the layers panel so much, then you can do in this sequence, and then the layer will stack on top each other and you'll be fine. But I will show you in the end of this tutorial what to do if something looks strange. Okay, so now I have the background layer select here, and then I go to this magical button here. It's a circle with a half moon look. Yeah, it looks like a half moon. And then you press this one. This is a magical button that we often return to, so learn where to find it. It's in the bottom of the layers panel. And if you don't see this layers panel, you can always go to Window and find layers panel here, or press the F7 shortcut key. But now we're going back to the patterns here. And this is the pattern fill tool, which I use like all the time. It's therefore I often add this PAT file format to my kits and sets. Not always, but often. This is not the background we wanted, so now we have to upload it. So let's press here on the arrow down button in the preview here. And then we find there is no cute patterns from the spring picnic pack here, so we have to upload them. Then we go to this wheel here and press it. And then we go to the preset manager. And here we see all the patterns that we have installed in our presets. And then we select load. And now we have to find the PAT file that you got in your folder with all your patterns from the spring picnic pack. Of course, you can use this to any other PAT files as well. So you will be able to use this for every PATs you ever buy or create yourself. So and this is how the PAT file look like. You can hover over it to be sure, PAT files, and then it has an icon like FX. I think it is FX pattern or something like that. Now it's so small, so. But only thing you have to do now is mark this one and hit load. And now we got all the patterns loaded here. So press done. And now we can go back to our pattern fill tool. And voila, we find all our patterns here. So now you just can select the one you love in your birthday card. I think I will go with a cute tea set. If you think your pattern looks too large or too small, you can always resize it. And you do this by using the scale option here. So we can make it smaller or bigger. You can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard to fine adjust this if you find it hard to slide the slider with your mouse, that you get too large differences. So you can use the arrow tools up and down to select this one. I think something like this look lovely. But if the pattern is not aligned as you want to. Then you can just grab the pattern by pressing the left button on your key and press it down and hold. Then you can move it like this until you find the right place that you like. I think this will be cute. Then you just press OK when you're done. This is a wonderful way of using patterns in Photoshop, as you can change the size and the placement of your pattern, and you will not be stuck with it. If you use the 12 by 12 inch papers, it can be, like seams happening at the. It will not be seamless all the time, but with these PAT files, you are sure to always have repeating patterns in your design. So I recommend using this when you are designing your lovely cards or products. Now I will add the acute frame that was included in the set as an extra bonus. And then you go to File, Place Linked. And then you find your set here. You can change the size of your clip art by holding the Shift key while dragging the edge of the clip art bounding box here. Be sure not to enlarge it too much, as it may become blurry if you enlarge it too much. But this will be on the safe side. So remember, this is a letter-sized document, so if you're designing cards and stuff like that, you will not have to do this procedure. So when you have resized your clip art to fit your needs, then you just press the OK button here at the top of your menu. And to be sure that your clip art is positioned in the middle of your design, you can just hold on to it and move it like this. Oh, no, it won't show the. Now it's a little bit tricky with me, but you can always use the Select tool. Select your document area like this. Move back to the Move tool and make sure your clip art is selected in the Layers panel. And then you hit this the transform tools here, or positioning tools here. This is centered and center. And then you deselect everything. Now you're sure your clip art is positioned in the center. Now we have to add the final touches to this card, and it's the text. So we go, make sure the clip art layer is selected so you don't mess up your layer positionings. And then you go to the T icon here. Press the T and just click on your document. For this particular design, I decided to go with the Google Fonts Amatic SC font, which you will find a link in the description as well. And it's all free to use. The Google Font Library is a wonderful place to go to botanize for different fonts, and you can find everything you need there. So make sure you go and check it out. Finding this particular font, you go to the font library here, up in the upper menu, and drop down. You can write, if you know the font name, you can start writing it in the box here, and then it will auto-populate the fonts that start with an A or blah, and like this. So this is the Amatic SC font, and I will use the regular one. And now we write happy birthday. This is way too small, so I will highlight it, and I will go up to the upper menu, press on the little T and the big T icon, press with the left mouse key and drag it to the right to make it bigger. You can drag and drop the text wherever you want. Now something funky has happened with the spacing between the two lines. So I will highlight it. Hopefully I got everything here. And I will go to the character layer, panel. Panel. It's an A with a bracket after it. And I will go to this spacing option here, press it, and select auto. This is a little bit too big for me. The spacing is a little bit too large for me. So you can nudge this by clicking on the icon and pull it to the left while holding the left mouse key while you're pressing down the left mouse key. Like this. Okay. And now I centered and aligned it. You can of course do the same procedure again as we did last time, where the crosshairs didn't show. And then you go to the select tool, select your document, press the move tool option here, and center it with the help of the keys in the upper panel here. And deselect. Now your card is done. I think it looks really, really cute, don't you? And hopefully you have learned how to use the PAT function, which I love. And by the way, if you don't find the character menu here, then you go to the Windows panel, or Windows button in the menu, and then you go to character, and then it will show here. So, and now I'm going to show you some tips and tricks if you run into some snags designing your card, as I promised in the beginning of this video. If you find that your text doesn't show as you think, like it disappears or something, and you have it here, then you just press the left mouse button and you drag it in position until it looks fine. Do not panic. And you can do this with all the layers here. You can shift them as needed or wanted. So no panicky there. And another cool stuff is if you want to change the pattern in the background, like, oh, this doesn't suit the occasion, then you just double click the icon here in the pattern fill layer in the layers panel, and then you go and reselect to another one, and you can just drag and drop as usual as we did before and change it. So if you like this better, you choose this, and you can try the patterns out here. It's just so fun, and you know, this really helps when you are designing new cards and art prints or quote cards or so on stuff, you know. So this is really, really a good option and trick to learn. And yeah, if you have any problems, just leave a comment and I'm there to help you. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and be sure to sign up for my newsletter as well. You get a 20% coupon by signing up, and you get all the news about my upcoming collections. You get all the tips and tricks and secrets that I don't share with the public, so be sure to sign up. I love to see you there in the newsletter. So I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about designing with this with PAT pattern files or something else, just leave a comment below and I'm there to help you. So thank you, crafties. I hope you have a really wonderful and creative day. See you soon. Bye bye.